What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about 3 recent bar closures in the Bar Rescue's previous seasons.
And try drinking the shot now.
So what happened in the episode, what happened after Jon left, and why did they close? I mean, some of these episodes I just don't get. Why you offer or why you have an expert come in and you don't listen to him, and then after he leaves you change everything or you do things that he advised against. It's just mind-blowing. But welcome back. I apologize, it's been a few months since I posted. I do have a day job. Sometimes my job does get in the way. I'm not a professional YouTuber unless you guys help me get to that point, which I do appreciate your support so far. So please be an interactive community and comment what episodes you want me to cover next. And help me grow. Like, share, comment, but otherwise, let's go. For the first bar closure, we are going to be talking about High Five Grill in Arizona, where I'm currently living. So if you want me to go visit some of the local Arizona bars that were on Bar Rescue, let me know. I did do a couple of them. I'll link those videos up here. But High Five Grill is infamous for having an 85-degree temperature refrigerator.
Right side, so those beers can cool down.
The ice machine's not working.
Yeah, we can't use any of these. It's too warm in there.
High Five Grill in Tucson was struggling. Of course, when your refrigerator is 85 degrees, obviously you're not going to keep food. And they hadn't served beer on tap for over a month, part in due because it didn't work, part because their whole system and operation was a safety hazard. So Jon came in, obviously fixed that, and rebranded it. Jon rebranded it to Cinco Cantina with more of a cantina menu and neighborhood vibe and focus, where they did include some games as well. You might also know in the episode the landlord was pressing the owner for money. She was constantly behind. So that episode was filmed in November of 2023. The bar closed in January of 2024, so it only took about 2 months for it to close. They were so behind on the money that the landlord of the property actually repossessed the property. That they actually closed before the episode filmed, so they didn't even get any kind of publicity from the airing of the episode. So what is it now? Apparently, due to my research, it is now Tio Ben's Mexican restaurant. Number 2, let's go to Colorado, where we are talking about Cork and Keg. Cork and Keg in Castle Rock, Colorado was about $30,000 in debt. They were losing $4,000 a month. This was due to bar owner inexperience, along with, like most episodes, terrible systems, terrible operations, and food safety.
Times they want to buy me shots. I think Ed in particular doesn't really know what he's doing behind the bar.
They claim they couldn't do some of the repairs because of lease constraints, such as even replacing just the exhaust hood over the stove. So Jon came in, remodeled everything as per usual, updated the systems and operations, and changed it to Valerie's Brewhouse. Valerie's Brewhouse was filmed in late 2022. It aired in March 2023, and by August of 2024, it was closed. So apparently in my research, they actually closed just because the owners were burnt out. They had some personal stuff going on as well, and then still trying to catch up on their debt. So they ended up getting out of the business completely. No real tragedy or crazy circumstance of why the bar closed. I did cover some bars that did have a quite crazy twist though in one of my last episodes. I'll link that up here. Currently, as of my research, the space now is now Roma Street Tacos. And guys, for any of my audience that's near these places, if you guys have any updates outside of my research, or you want to give the community your feedback on either bar rescues that have been updated and are still there, or newer places, go ahead and comment down below. Last but not least on today's list is True Grit Tavern in Maricopa, Arizona, another kind of local bar that I can visit if you guys wish. Let me know. But True Grit is a very controversial episode. The owner, Ralph, borrowed money that was about $150,000 at the time, but he was killing it for a while. They were making about $100,000 to $120,000 a month. Well, standard slipped, everything went awry, and they are now, or they were at the time of the episode, they were $500,000 in debt. Ralph got the money from his father. His father was a lender, also lended on some other projects. Ralph had other debts as well. Because of his father's involvement, there was a lot of issues with staff. There was just a lot of things going on in this episode. It's why it's controversial and had a lot of talking points and water cooler talk, as us old folks like to call it. Maybe I'll do a whole episode on that episode. But where is True Grit now? True Grit was filmed in mid-2021. It aired in the end of 2021, and they stayed open for about 3.5 years, which is actually kind of shocking. So obviously they took some of Jon's renovations and ideas and systems and operations and kept them into play. However, it did close, like I said, about 3.5 years later, due to the owner's stress of all his debts. So again, True Grit actually changed to the Roost. They closed just because they were just so far in debt. I mean, $500,000 is a lot to make up. He was just burnt out. It is now a Mexican restaurant. If I butcher this, I'm sorry. It is now Chiquilla's Modern Kitchen. Again, in Maricopa, Arizona. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. A little bit different than what we normally do. Again, normally we just pick one episode and recap it and update you on where they are at currently. If you want me to stick to that format, let me know. If you want me to cover your favorite episode of Bar, comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support so far, and we'll see you on the next one.